In this edition of RPP News, our candidates face their public. Another shopping centre goes under the hammer. And the hinterland gets artistic. Hello, I'm Catie Sharp. Welcome to the latest edition of RPP News, bringing you stories from across Frankston and the Mornington Peninsula. Both Flinders and Dunkley candidates faced their communities this week at candidate forums last Tuesday and Wednesday. At the Dunkley Forum, candidates from the Liberal Democrats, UAP, Independents, the Australian Federation Party and Labor engaged in passionate debate in front of a lively audience. Key issues raised were affordable housing, subsequent homelessness and the need for better public transport, especially the extension of the Frankston line. The Flinders Forum had more candidates present, including the UAP, One Nation, Labor, Lib Dems, Greens and 2 independents. RPP streamed the event and Brendan Telfer was there to get the scoop.
8 candidates took to the auditorium stage after both major parties were apologies. Organiser Peter Orton says 500 people turned up to watch a civil debate.
We spent a lot of time with the candidates, making sure that the candidates understood the type of conversation we wanted to have. We didn't want to make it an adversarial environment, so we have a green room, so we introduced the candidates to each other. We had them talking about how the conversation was going to be handled. Tracy Hutchison, our interviewer, spent a lot of time with the candidates to clearly explain we wanted a mature conversation, and that's exactly what was delivered on the stage.
To that end, moderator Tracy Hutchison framed questions around a series of topics that had been nominated by the audience: age and healthcare, national security and asylum seekers, climate change and the environment, views on an integrity commission and preferences if confronted with a hung parliament. All up, she says, the Flinders Candidate Forum worked.
What has happened tonight is an opportunity for this community to engage in a contest of ideas, uninterrupted, an opportunity for each of the candidates to speak to their policy platforms on some of the issues that had been identified by this community that they wanted their candidates to speak to. This is what democracy is about, an opportunity to hear from the people who aspire to our vote, and to do that in a respectful way has been fantastic.
And if you'd like to see for yourself, follow the links on the RPPFM webpage and social media pages. It's all there. Brendan Telfer, RPPFM News.
Meanwhile, early voting is open. There are 4 local sites where you can vote before Election Day: at 145 Mornington Tyre Road in Mornington, 126 Dandenong Road West in Frankston, at the Rosebud Sea Scouts Hall and at 21 High Street, Hastings. Pre-poll booths are open from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. on weekdays. Further details are on the AEC website. Following a landslide almost a year ago, reconstruction work on Bay Road in Mount Martha is finally to commence. A specialist engineering investigation and design are complete, and the Shire has appointed a contractor to carry out the works. The long delays were due to industry-wide shortages in engineers and construction materials. The council plans to keep Bay Road open while the works are carried out. They will begin this month and take around 4 weeks to complete, dependent on weather. As we prune our gardens for the winter, Mornington Peninsula Shire is inviting residents to dispose of green waste at no cost from the 27th till the 29th of May. If you're a Shire resident or ratepayer, you just need to bring proof of residency and your green waste, which includes all types of garden waste and untreated timber. Frankston City's annual hard waste collection is also underway. Residents will receive a brochure that details their collection date and what items are accepted by the hard waste service. Each household can place up to 2 cubic metres of hard waste for collection, so it's time to clear those shelves in the garage. The Mornington Village Shopping Centre has been sold. According to real estate source, purchasers Angelo Property Group and RAS Station Group are planning a $150 million revamp that could involve a high-density residential development. The Mornington property would offer bay views from its upper levels. Major tenant Woolworths is leaving the complex in September. And the premier art show on the Mornington Peninsula, Art Red Hill, is returning for 2022. Due to the uncertainty of COVID and crowds in schools, this year's show will again be online. However, there will be an opening night party to celebrate Art Red Hill's revival and its belated 40-year anniversary. A night of food, drink and live music to celebrate the opening of the virtual show will be held in the unique rural setting of the Fancy Shed at the Dairy in Mainridge. You can get your tickets on the Art Red Hill website, where you can also see the art for sale online from next Friday, the 20th of May. After the break, we have Nicola with the coming week's weather report.
Everyone knows Australia has 4 big banks, but the 5th biggest retail bank is snapping at their heels. It's a bank that's been around for over 160 years, can be found in over 500 locations nationwide, looks after over 1.8 million customers, and is regularly voted one of the most trusted brands out of all the thousands of brands in Australia. Who is this fantastic number 5? Yep, it's Bendigo Bank. The better big bank.
Established in 1988, Progress Signs has been servicing the local community for 30 years. Located on the Mornington Peninsula, they are the #1 destination for all your signage needs, specialising in a variety of signage from vehicles to shop fronts, occasional and corporate events, short-term, long-term and everything in between. If it's signs you need, be it large or small, Progress Signs is the place to call. Available 24/7 at progress-signs.com.au or call the team on 5975 9188. Thinking signs? Think Progress Signs, a station sponsor.
Hello, it's Nicola with this week's RPP Weekly Weather Update. Well, the nights have been chilly, but the days have remained relatively warm. Let's see if this trend will continue. Today, Sunday the 15th of May, saw a partly cloudy day. We reached a top of 20 and a low of 10. Monday should see another partly cloudy day, with some rain lurking about. We should reach a high of 16 and a low of 11. Tuesday continues this trend. However, there is a 40% chance of rain. Expect a top of 16 and a low of 9. And Wednesday will be much the same as Tuesday, partly cloudy with 80% chance of rain. We will be looking for a high of 15 and a low of 9. Thursday continues this trend. However, there is a 60% chance of rain. Expect a top of 15 and a low of 10. Friday sees the rain backing off, however, it will remain overcast. Expect a top of 16 and a low of 9. And finally, Saturday, the 21st of May, will be much the same as Friday, with a top of 16 and a low of 7. Well, that's all for now. I will be back with you next week. And of course, you can see us on the RPP local news bulletin at rppv.com.au, which comes out every Sunday. Until then, take care.
And now to our surf guru Muzz with the surf report.
Hey, it's Muzz back with this week's Mornington Peninsula surf report. This week's been a good week. It's produced something for everybody. It's a pity our politicians can't deliver the same things. But what a great week. We've had a couple of great, beautiful late afternoon days on the beach breaks, as well as a couple of surprise long range swells that have produced really good quality waves in Western Port and at Flinders. Everyone should be happy this week, and the next week in front of us doesn't look a lot different. It looks like the beach breaks will be on probably Friday and Saturday, although they'll be a bit solid, but it's going to be offshore on Friday and Saturday into Sunday, then Sunday into Monday. Especially on Monday, we're going to get a massive kick in the swell, and that's going to progress right through to midway to late next week. So it'll be pretty solid. So it'll all be Western Port from sort of Monday, Tuesday onwards, and the winds are pretty favourable. It looks like it's going to be northwest to west, maybe a little bit of southwest on the Tuesday or the Wednesday, but pretty much from today onwards we've got a great run of swell. More like autumn, more like heading into winter. Water's getting cold, you're going to need your 4-3 pretty soon. But yeah, very consistent. Everyone's been surfing, got a smile on their faces again, and next week should be pretty much one of the best weeks of the year so far. So enjoy, hope you can get in the water, and I'll see you next week.
And that's all from our team here at RPP News, serving the community with stories that matter to you. Keep watching and do tell your friends. Bringing you the news from coast to coast across Frankston and the Mornington Peninsula, I'm Catie Sharp. See you for the next edition.